a militia accused of looting aid, extortion and ties to ISIS, is now poised to shape Rafah's fate. Israel's chosen force steps into the vacuum, as Hamas vows to fight on and Gaza's future hangs in the balance. Israel has reportedly authorized a controversial Gaza-based militia, long accused of being Israel-backed, to take charge of the rehabilitation of Rafah, raising questions about governance, security and accountability in the war-ravaged enclave. According to Israeli public broadcaster Kan News, the Popular Forces, a group led by Yasser Abu Shabab, has been cleared to manage reconstruction efforts in areas under Israeli military control. Two Israeli officials confirmed the development to Khan, noting that the government has no defined long-term plan for the array of anti-Hamas militias now operating across Gaza as the Israeli army prepares for what it calls a future withdrawal from parts of the Strip. Abu Shabab publicly portrays the Popular Forces as a group of Palestinians opposed to Hamas's governance. But reporting over the past year paints a far more complex and troubling picture. The militia has been repeatedly accused of extortion, widespread looting of aid convoys, and leveraging its ties with the US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Fund, which itself has faced allegations of mismanaging or failing to protect aid sites where hundreds have been killed. The group's reputation is further clouded by claims that some of its members have past links to the Islamic State group. Israeli support for the Popular Forces is part of a wider strategy to weaken Hamas's hold on Gaza by enabling rival local factions. These groups have proliferated in the vacuum created by the conflict, with Israel offering logistical backing, weapons, and operational space. Meanwhile, access to aid has become a defining marker of control. Areas governed by the Popular Forces reportedly receive food, supplies, and medical shipments that remain inaccessible to much of Gaza, where the United Nations and humanitarian agencies warn of famine-like conditions. According to an internal 2024 UN assessment, the Popular Forces were identified as
the most influential stakeholders behind the systematic and massive looting of convoys.
A Palestinian source familiar with the group told Khan that associates of Abu Shabab had even taken part in meetings with senior American officials. In recent days, reports have suggested that Abu Shabab held discussions with US presidential advisor Jared Kushner at a military base south of Israel to explore the future role of the militia in Gaza. According to Saudi outlet Al-Hadath, the discussion focused on the militia's deployment in areas relinquished by Hamas under the US-brokered ceasefire arrangement, as well as securing the safe withdrawal of Hamas fighters from Rafah's tunnel network. However, the US State Department rejected the report outright. Kushner, who returned to Israel on November 10th, later told Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that Washington sought a scenario in which Hamas fighters relocate to areas under their control or leave the country entirely to avoid renewed conflict.
Finding a solution to this issue will serve as a pilot for the disarmament of Hamas.
But Hamas's military wing, the Ezzedine al-Qassam Brigades, remains defiant. Last week, the group insisted that its fighters in Rafah would neither surrender their weapons nor accept any arrangement perceived as advancing Israel's strategic objectives. Against this backdrop, Israel's decision to entrust Rafah's rehabilitation to an armed group accused of exploiting civilians underscores the deep political, humanitarian, and security challenges shaping Gaza's uncertain future.